Hello, this is the Tampa Bay IIBA. Sorry, I just lost my screen. There we go. This is the Tampa Bay, Florida chapter IIBA. This is our study group for April 3rd, 2023. This is our 158th study group. Today we have Aaron Whittenberger going to present with me, spark your stakeholder interactions. We're going to talk about interactive collaborative games, and we're going to actually do hands-on games. So I'm really looking forward to today. My name is Thea Soehren. I'm the president of this chapter. I'm also one of the authors of the BA Body of Knowledge, a few other things, but all that really means is it's my job to help you. If you need something, please reach out. LinkedIn is the fastest and easiest way to get a hold of me. This is our board. These folks have worked hard behind the scenes to make this possible for you. Reach out and give them your appreciation. If you have any questions for them, also reach out to them. They will welcome your interaction. We have members from all over the world as part of our chapter. It really doesn't matter where you live. We are the Tampa Bay IIBA Florida chapter, but we don't care where you live. What we care about is if you are getting what the interaction, the support, and the information that you need. If you're not, the Tampa Bay chapter is your chapter. You're welcome to join us. We will be glad to serve you as a member of our chapter. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. We know there are jobs out there. You may be getting ready to staff for a job. We know where some talent is. I would love to be the BA matchmaker and get you the talent that you need. If you'll reach out to me on LinkedIn, I'll be glad to make those introductions. We are looking for college students. We call them emerging professionals. We want your college student to get to graduate college with not only a college degree, but also a professional certification, also a membership in a professional organization, and also possibly being part of the membership that leads that professional organization. They will stand head and shoulders above everyone else in their graduating class. Reach out to Kennedy with the Director of Emerging Professionals at TampaBay.IIBA.org or reach out to me. The ECBA exam, the easiest of the exams for business analysis, is changing. If you're planning on taking it, I suggest that you try to take it before it changes on July 21st. So if you need more information, you can go to the IIBA website or reach out to me. I'll give you the links. Watermark Learning has given us a 40% discount on all of their products. Tampa 21 is the discount code. You can use that on their site. Also, Adaptive US has given us a discount code of 20% on all of their products that are live classes, on-demand courses, excluding the IIBA exam vouchers. Tonight, Aaron Whittenberger and I will be talking about stakeholder interactions and how to make them better with interactive collaborative games. We've got some games prepared for you. Coming up in the near future, I suggest you go to the Bluegrass Chapter's IIBA events calendar. They've got a whole list of different things that are coming up, and most of them are free. Some of them they do have a fee, but they're quite worth it. Next week here at this chapter's meeting, I am very, very excited to have 4 different recruiters from across the United States and Canada talk to us about what are the changes in the current job market for business analysts, what skills are going to be in demand now and in the near future as they see it, and how do we best position ourselves to be ready to slide into the next opportunities and what mistakes to avoid. I appreciate their time, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy that conversation. Invite your friends to that. The week after, Howard Podeswa is going to be talking to us. Howard is a best-selling author on a book on business analysis, and he has a story mapping method to prioritize and lay out the story map that is second to none. I'm really excited that he's going to be here. Now to our presentation. As I said, Aaron Whittenberger and I will be talking about collaborative games. So let's talk. Let me do an introduction on collaborative games to start with. According to the BABOK, the Business Analysis Body of Knowledge, collaborative games are a technique used during elicitation and collaboration activities. They're used to get stakeholders to engage and to relate to each other and to get information out of them that you wouldn't normally easily be able to get out of them. When to use them? Elicitation, team building, complex problems, or workshops. Let me talk about team building. Collaborative games are a great way to give people common experiences, which builds trust, which creates team building. It gets people to be willing to work together, especially if they're brand new to each other. Why to use collaborative games? It increases engagement. It triggers creativity. It gives you a shared understanding, especially whenever the people that are in the meeting are participating and contributing theirs. They get an ownership of the product that you're developing. And it's fun and motivating. The strengths of collaborative games, you do create creativity. You build consensus. They're interactive and engaging. They're visual and tactile, especially for those people that need to have that engagement. The weaknesses, they're time consuming. You have a facilitator that you're dependent upon. They're not suitable for all stakeholders. There are some stakeholders or participants that don't want to do this. They just don't want to do it. You've got to know your stakeholders. And you've got a risk of divergence. If you don't have proper focus, that means some skill as a facilitator, you're going to have people straying from the main focus and main objectives. So let's get started. The first one we're going to do is called starbursting. This is a root cause analysis. It allows you to dive deeply into the topic. So let me ask Aaron. Aaron, if you'll drop the Miro address into the chat so everyone can join. We want you to, let me stop my sharing there and share my other screen. I love opening up my screen and seeing people that I care about on the screen. It's so neat. Thank y'all for joining. Okay, can you see my Miro board?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yes. Okay, very good. Okay, so what I have here, and if you'll zoom in just a bit, if you don't know Miro, right click on something to move it, and you can, I'm right clicking and just moving it up where I can get to it. Use your roller or your keys to be able to zoom in or zoom out. What I have here in these green is, this is a business case. Very often, as a business analyst, you're handed a business case and said, this is the project you're now on. And you need to really explore it. You need to really identify what it is. What I want us to do is grab these cards that are in the business case. And if you think of other things, you're welcome to use the other cards, but grab the cards and drop them up here on this. This is the who, what, when, where, why, and how. This is us exploring this concept. So the business case actually is called for a new dating app called Affinity. The executive summary says Affinity aims to revolutionize the dating app landscape by combining innovative features with focus on genuine connections and inclusivity. Leveraging trends, market statistics, and targeted demographic strategy. Affinity positions itself as a winning and profitable dating app for today's evolving user base. So let's just, everybody, you're free to grab any of these and drop them where you think they need to be. Here's one called Market Opportunity. It says growing industry, the dating app market generated 5.34 billion in revenue. So is this a who, what, when, where, or how?
It depends. Did that 5 point something billion come to me?
No, that would be vacation. No, this is what the opportunity is.
That's the why.
Okay, so we're going to drop this up here in why. And y'all grab the other ones and drop them where you think they are. They should be. We've got demographic insights. We've got unmet needs. We've got key features of Affinity. We've got financial strategy, competitive analysis, cost analysis, market outreach, goals and metrics, user engagement, projected revenue. Where do you think these things should be? Some of these might not actually fit in one of these categories easily. So let me grab this one, user engagement. We want to create monthly newsletters with dating tips and success stories. That would be what we're building, right? Everybody able to get into the board? I only see 2 people in right now.
The link is in the chat. Just click on that link and it'll take you right to the board.
Yeah, it's asking for a password and an account. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
I did, and
I'm
I
sorry.
Success.
Yeah, it wants us to create an account.
If it wants you to create it, if you already have a Miro account, you can just sign in. If it wants you to create one, it's not going to ask you for any money. It just wants to know who you are.
Yeah, but it seems it requires access to your board. No?
It should
And I
give you
requested
access.
it.
After you put in your email and name, you might go back to the link and click it again.
I did. Okay, I will just watch from the screen. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thea,
so
it's saying on my side that I don't have access to the board. And it says, ask the board owner to grant you permission to view this board.
Here's Amarachi. I just brought you in.
Okay, so let me request access.
Yeah, I did the same. If it's quick to give, it's okay. If not, we will just watch.
Oh, this is an unfortunate technical issue, but we will overcome it. After you sign in, if you request access and it's not giving it to you, go back and click on that link one more time.
It's asking me if I want to start from a template or start from scratch.
Go back and click on the link to
All right.
I tried to click on the link again. It just asked me if I
You have to
grant
approve
access
somewhere.
now.
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Could you go back to the mural, like back to what's it called now? Sorry. 1 minute. I'm trying to rotate my screen. I'll get on my laptop shortly, but sorry, come in. Like to the workspace itself, the folder.
Well, that's not it. Let's go to this one and
No.
see if that gets us there. Okay,
So
this is
that now go to the 3, yes. Share. Anyone with a link, yeah, edit the access. Editor, yeah. Now hold on.
I have a free version that is supposed to give me
Yeah,
this.
yeah, it's not supposed to come here. Go back to the screen, to the board, and those 3 ellipses. No, not that. The previous space we went to, the back, like click on the Tampa Bay, yeah, something like that. Then let's click on that. Let's go to share again. I want to see what the, so it says can edit team invite. Oh, hold on.
Invite
Manage.
members, maybe. Did you try invite members on the top right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
On the top panel to the right, there is invite members. Yeah, and maybe you should insert our mails there.
For that, that's gonna be this thing. So visitors actually have editing rights on Miro. So it's at that lower bit. I'm not sure what's going on. Just a minute, please.
So we use it for work, and for every bot you can restrict access. So if I want
Yeah.
only my team has it, so I allow access only for my team. So I think that's the case. And you should receive email with our request and just confirm email.
Yeah.
Let's try this new link, see if it should bring you in with edit access.
I'm
Mhm.
trying that one right now.
Yeah, Cliff, give it a try, see if it's gonna work for us.
Okay.
Well, I see Rejoice moving some stuff around, so yeah, it looks.
I'm in. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. So
Oh,
Gotta share the right.
yes, yes. We're
People are
here.
in.
Thank
Look
you.
at this.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it whenever y'all jump in to make it better. Okay.
I'll send you the bill.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm in. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm in.
So we're over here under the Starburst,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a panel in the red. The Starburst is the top one on the red, and then there's a panel underneath that has components. We're taking these components and putting them on the Starburst by the proper point of who, what, when, where, why, and how.
So I just put the demographics up at who. Unmet needs. This is going to go in what?
We got people all over the board. I'm going to bring everybody to me, if that allows me to do it.
I can do it if you want me to.
Yeah, give it a try. It told me to upgrade.
Well, I thought I could do it. Let me see.
Join presentation.
Well, that helped. Kind of.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's over here. Come to the left, Anna. There you go. Everybody see the starburst and the red thing underneath it? If you have a mouse, you can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and zoom out. Just take a card from the bottom red area and put it next to a point on our star up above.
So I've got one here. This is marketing and outreach partnerships. And the verbiage on it is collaboration with LGBTQ plus advocacy group and local businesses for sponsorship. So I think that should go in two places. One, it should go for the who and the what. Do y'all agree?
Mhm.
I mean, it tells us who we're dealing with and it tells us what we're doing with them, right?
I would think it's more of the what though, because it's talking about the collaboration with those units and not the actual people or
You're
who
right.
stakeholders are. It's more about why or what you're doing with them.
Right. I agree with you.
Or should it be broken up into two? So they can go two places.
We're not going to be that technical.
Okay.
If it was important to break them up, I think we could.
We could.
Here's another what.
Got a lot of what? Don't we have
Well,
a where? Isn't there a where? We don't have anything under where.
we don't have anything under where, unless we talk about. There was one that talked about online users.
Yeah, so our where is, it's going to be a mobile app, right?
It's good. Well, mobile or non-mobile, both.
So yeah, web, it could be a web.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have a web UI as well as Android or Apple.
Right. So we have the demographics that say who.
There, we got some underwear now.
Okay. So if y'all can see my screen, we've got one how. This is going to be digital campaigns, strong presence in Instagram, TikTok. This one can go in the where also, right?
TikTok and TikTok, that sounds like more about advertising it or promoting it versus the app itself.
That's true. So I guess that would be only a how.
How we're going to promote it.
So due to technical difficulty, we're not going to be able to spend as long on this one as I'd like to. But the whole goal of this is get everybody to get in there and get their hands on it and really understand what it is and ask questions. You know, it's like, we're doing that. Are we not doing this other thing? And you'll take this and whenever everyone kind of fleshes out the who, what, when, where, why, and how, and go into what are we missing? And then you'll go into functional decomposition to say, what do we have? Then you'll go into prioritization. You know, you get so far in functional decomposition and to get prioritization, and then you'll do more decomposition as you get deeper. Does this make sense for root cause analysis and exploration? All right. Okay, we're going to move over to the right a little bit. Up here where it was this green color, and I'm going to remove this green. We're going to do a different thing called say it, write it, slap it, brainstorming.
So
And Aaron is going to run that.
this whole thing is to be more collaborative with your stakeholders. How many of you have gone into a meeting room, your facilitator comes in, you all sit down at a chair with Post-it notes and a writing utensil, and the facilitator, tells you we're going to do silent writing or silent identification and write on your Post-it notes, whatever our topic is.
The extrovert in me protests immediately.
How many of you just sat there and, the facilitator could put their feet up on the desk or table and sit there and do nothing while you're sitting there writing on Post-it notes? I've done it. I've been there. How many of you have? Is it fun? So to make this a little more collaborative, what we're going to do is say it, write it, slap it. So the whole way to do this is you're going to get the group together, and typically you do this standing up. And I guess you could do it sitting down. When I have done it, it's been standing up. You get them around a whiteboard or a chalkboard that's up on the wall. You could actually do this, on a table that is flat. Get your audience around your table and that. And each one of them are going to say it, write it, then slap it. And the whole purpose of this is collaboration, and that, first of all, you're going to say it. So whatever we're going to do, so we're going to, for this particular exercise, we're going to say, what features do we need on our app, our dating app? So we'll start out with that, and what you will do is say it. So what feature you want, create a profile, right? You will write it on a Post-it note. You will slap it up on the whiteboard table, wherever we are. The whole purpose is, Cliff may say something that triggers an idea in my mind, or I might say something that triggers a thought in Jillian's mind, who might say something that means something to Irina. So it's help us, collaborate together and think, maybe even opposite direction in that, what somebody said. So highly collaborative here. What we're going to do is maybe take a column here of Post-it notes. Is that what we're doing with this?
Yes.
So take a column you want, and let's just start collaborating. We get 10 minutes on the clock. And as quick as we can in 10 minutes. The whole idea is as many ideas as we can in 10 minutes. We're not judging. Don't snicker at something somebody else said. Don't say, oh, that was stupid. We're not judging anything. It's generate ideas, brainstorm. So
we've got create a profile. I see other people writing stuff, but I'm not hearing it. So
yeah, that's great. Write it or say it, then write it. So say it out loud so we can hear you, and maybe you trigger an idea in someone else's mind. You gonna put 10 minutes on the clock, Thea?
yes, I've got 10 minutes.
I said find a match, upload a
Thank
picture,
you.
upload pictures.
How about the AI matching nowadays?
Ooh,
have
that's
an
a great
AI
idea.
match.
I have edit and delete a profile. Edit or delete a profile. Block a profile. I've been there.
Swipe right, swipe left.
Add a picture.
Well, that's helpful.
Maybe we need to let them pay for their membership.
No, we're free.
Not if we're gonna have a company.
Search profiles, right?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm
Can't
clapping
find anybody
another
like
row.
search.
Okay, you want to search profiles. I want to search with filters.
Yeah, filter searcher. Come on, let's hear the rest of you. Where's everybody? You all aren't on mute, are you? Add payment method to your profile so you can pay for this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do you have to spell it right?
Limit rollout to continental US.
I don't know. I like the 90 days thing.
Subscription?
I don't know. Where's the 90-day thing? I didn't hear it.
90 days thing is actually a TLC dating show. Like they have to get married in 90 days. They're from other countries.
Oh yeah.
Um,
You said what roll out to US, but what if I'm looking for a lady from Romania,
You
Ukraine.
will never not hear the end of that one.
Yeah.
So we need our
Selling citizenship doesn't work anymore.
we need our MVP for just the United States, and then we can expand into Canada and whatever the next country is. Our demographics that we saw earlier, I think said that Norway was very accepting of dating profiles and dating apps. So we might go there next.
Roll out to Norway.
We
Irina,
probably need legal content of some sort.
Oh,
legal? Oh,
contract?
that's a good point.
Yeah, maybe we have underage people that come on and try to date. Or
Oh, so
we have
minimum age.
sexual predators on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Age verification, absolutely.
Very good. Okay, we've got about 2 minutes left.
But I like the legal thing you said, that's accepting terms and conditions.
Uh-huh.
This will cost you your firstborn child and your right arm.
Cancel membership.
Oh no, we got them. They can't cancel. See, I'm commenting and we shouldn't be doing that. Anybody else? Now, this
That's
also
a lot of
demonstrates,
great ones.
how quickly you could get ideas out. The 10 minutes may be too long for this. And
Right.
we had a larger
as long-
audience. You
But the rule
rarely
with
would play.
brainstorming, I'm
you-
sorry, the rule with brainstorming is as long as you're still getting ideas, you keep going, because allow people not only to get their ideas out, to invest emotionally into the product, but also to not shut them down.
And, when the ideas start flowing, if you put out 10 minutes and 5, 6 minutes along, you're start dwindling on getting your ideas. Now, after this, of course, as the facilitator of this, I could take all the Post-it notes, take it back to my desk, and I got my results, right? You could also, while you have your stakeholders there, start grouping them, in logical groups, get rid of any duplicates that you may have, any of those type activities that you may want to do.
Okay.
So this is your brainstorming idea.
So it looks like we've got, am I missing anybody? Is there anybody that's not in this first section here? Nobody tapped over here. Okay, let's quickly kind of group these. Anything that's exactly the same, or related. We can group related side by side.
Yeah. Create
Well-
profile, add profile picture. I think it's about the same.
Okay.
Yeah, Thea, we weren't going to do this part of it. We want to move on to the
Oh,
next.
that's right. That's right. Well, typically you would do grouping, right? And so what we just did was we used our right brain, but now we need to switch over and use our left brain and do judgment. And Aaron is going to talk about using voting.
Okay, so how many of you participated in agile voting? And this is using dots to help. Either in this case, we're going to prioritize. So we've just named some features for our apps. We're going to decide our entire group of stakeholders. You are going to have 4 votes each. There are little dots on the bottom of these features. You see we got 10 features noted. You could vote, you get 4 votes. If you like one feature, you can use more than 1 vote on that feature. But you use 4 dots, you just grab the dot and draw it up to one of the things. You don't have to copy it. You will see it'll make a copy and leave the dot down there where you could grab it again. Use any colored dot, but you get 4 votes. Vote for, take vote 4 votes. You could use multiple votes on one feature. If you don't like any of them,
It's okay. So this is
Don't vote.
prioritization. We're going to figure out what we need to do first. What are the first most important things that we should do?
So naturally, as you could imagine, we're going to take which ones get the most votes. We're going to have the team that's developing this create that app first, or that feature first.
How many votes do we have? 4?
4.
You can have 4.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is you give people enough where we can see a majority easily, but not so much that it becomes cumbersome to vote, to count.
And you want to make it reasonable. You could give your stakeholders 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever's reasonable for the situation.
Bob
We
notes this
have
is
10
also
items
referred
to
to
vote
as
on, so you don't want to give them 10 votes. You
Right.
want to give them something less than that.
And remember, there's a thing called analysis paralysis, and there's a thing called too many choices. So give them a select, a limited number of choices, and then get them to identify what's the most important. This also goes into the emotional engagement of what do they think is important. And then you say, okay, we as a group voted, and this is what we as a group did. And now we as a group are going to go into development. It almost doesn't matter at that point if you didn't vote for every single thing that we said we're going to do first, because you were invested in the voting. Okay, let's count these.
Also note, trying to do this in a meeting versus, this was a little more silent than that, but how quickly did we get those dots onto those Post-it notes? So
Yeah.
this is something that can be done a lot more quicker than discussing this in a meeting and getting everybody's input and that. So, a fast and easy one. Also, we used it here for prioritization. You could use this for selection. So what if we said we wanted to name our app, and we had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names down here, affinity, which we already told you we named our app, but let's connections, flirt. I would have named it flirt. So you could use that for selection and allow your stakeholders to help you select a name or something for your topic that you're doing. We could see from this pretty quickly, create profile got a lot, edit delete profile got a lot. You could see the ones that didn't get any. In-app messaging. Ooh, did anybody say that during our brainstorming?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can see which one's got something pretty quickly. You eyeball this and see what got the most.
So one of the benefits of this is you can make a decision all by yourself. You're a product owner. You can make a decision all by yourself. Everybody's going to do what you say, but they're not invested in it. And you don't have the opportunity to ask questions or discuss things as much if you don't have something like this that is going on. Y'all think you're going to use something like agile voting? All right.
This would almost be helpful to do before a meeting.
This would be the brainstorming and the agile voting is a really good way to break the ice and to especially if the facilitator is skilled enough to be able to say, that's a great idea. And I can't believe all the good ideas y'all are. I mean, you build them up, you encourage them, you also say, you two are thinking the same way. And people are like, oh, I'm connected to them now. You don't have this thing where it's them and us or me and them. It's we. It turns it into a we. Okay. So let's talk about another kind of brainstorming. We're going to use this sailboat here. Sailboat is over to the right of where we were a while ago. And we're going to talk about the good things and the possible bad things of having a picnic. So here, as an example, a good thing would be, well, let me send this to the back. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, goodness. Let me move these to the front. So sorry, guys. I thought I had all this done. Okay. There.
Nice
Okay,
weather.
So a bad thing would be biting bugs.
Ants.
That's funny. So biting bugs. So that's a potential bad thing of having a picnic. Playing at the park. And it's really easier and we build off each other if you'll say what you're typing as you're doing it, because people will go, oh yeah, that reminds me of something else. And so you start these links and chains of thought. I
Now
see
you're
it.
using my
China,
say
can you
it
put
right
that on the chart?
storming. A good thing, plenty of ice for your drinks and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Put all the good stuff and put all the potential bad stuff on there.
So this is what's moving you forward, what is holding you back. So rain will hold you back, right? Not
Yeah.
so much fun if it's a rainy day.
Okay, I'm gonna put your stuff on the board for you, China. Yummy fruit.
So plenty of ice is a good thing. Running out of ice is not going to be good.
Right.
We need chairs.
Laughter. We got bad weather, bugs. Okay. So y'all can keep putting ideas up here, but what I want you to notice, the things up at the top could potentially be features of a product. These are the things we want, right? And then you can prioritize them. The things at the bottom are potentially risks. Do we need to consider that these things we need to guard against, or are they issues that we know are going to happen? We know that there are bugs at the park. So it's a issue, not a risk anymore.
Park is closed. Okay. Yeah, that would be a downer.
Yeah. A lot of people, maintenance,
I
rainy
think
day.
lots of people could go both ways. It might
Yeah.
be overcrowded, but then it could also be fun because I know some communities use parks for festivals and things like that. So it all depends, but
yeah, I see lots of good answers up there. And so I want to build on what you said, Julian. My son is an extreme introvert. In fact, sometimes he tells me there are people out there, Mom. I mean, it's almost like I don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to go to the festival. That's not his deal, right? So for me to say, I'm going to go see all the fun people. And he's like, why would you do that? So some of the things that I think are good, it gives us an opportunity to talk about, well, okay, I like that part, but I don't want to do it then. Can we do it on a Tuesday instead of a Saturday to go to the park? That way there's not so many people, but you're still getting the park experience. So we negotiate on that. So you have to think about your users. Okay, so this is called Sailboat, and it's a brainstorming technique to allow you to identify the good stuff and the bad stuff. And it could be features and risks or features and issues. But it really gets people an opportunity, once again, to engage, to contribute, and to emotionally own this idea. And you're going to get ideas that you don't expect. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill to facilitate this, as you can see, because I just did it. But it's pretty effective, especially because people aren't used to seeing a graphic like this. You know, we're used to seeing squares and you know, lists or bullets or something. This is just a different way to do it. Anybody have any comments about this technique?
Yes, I've got a question there. So the sailboat, is it within Miro or did you get it from somewhere else?
I did a Google search and did a sailboat with an anchor. You have to have an anchor because it's important to be able to say this is the thing that's holding you back. So sailboat with an anchor, I found this picture, I copied it and pasted it.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's move over to the right. We're going to do a totally different thing. Aaron, I think you're running this one, but let me set this up real quick. I set this up so that you can zoom in and see only your column of Post-it notes. That way you're not seeing anybody else's, because we want you to kind of do this part, the first part, in isolation. Okay, Aaron, take it away.
Okay, so this game is called Post a Path or Post Up, whichever you want. So grab a column of Post-it notes. At the top it says there's a participant number. Change the participant number to your name. So you were grabbing that column of Post-it notes. Okay, and we are going to work individually first, and then we will collaborate together afterwards. So the first individual thing is you are going to post a path of doing your laundry. So we want to go down below your name now and put the steps you would do to do laundry. You know, take your laundry to the washing machine, you know, put it in the washing machine, et cetera, et cetera. So take a few minutes here and just, you know, go right down your column and put in the steps to your path.
Let's limit this to just starting a load of laundry.
Okay, looking like you guys are getting along there. Everybody complete their path?
I have completed my process. This is a cool way to see how literal people are. whenever you're thinking of your stakeholder analysis, this is a great way to find out how literal are they? Do I need to be very literal when I talk to them? Do I need to ask them questions and be literal, or is it more conceptual?
Okay. So if everybody's got their path done, if you need more Post-it notes, copy one and put more steps under your column. Because I'm seeing some of you getting down to the bottom of your list. If you don't use them all, that's fine too. We just give you, Post-it notes or plenty of Post-it notes.
Really excited to see what everyone has done here.
Are you done, Jillian? And who's there?
Yes,
Anna?
I'm done.
Okay. So the second part of this now, as we've all individually have said what we think the path is. So now you could split your stakeholders, your audience, into groups if you wish. 18 is probably too large to have in one grouping for this next part of the exercise. So you may want to split that into 2 or 3 groups in that. But what we're going to do is now get into group and look at your paths that you have, and we're going to create our own combined path. So the group is going to say what the actual path is. You will notice as you look at each other's path and that, people might have missed a step that somebody else thought of. You're going to know, many of you will say the same thing. Like you may say the first step is absolutely the same. So I see between Jillian and Anna, your first step is sort your laundry. So you can put those on top of each other, and that's what I would do is put your steps that you're duplicating. You can put those Post-it notes right on top of each other. And then when you notice, you missed a step that somebody else thought of, then, you put that in the proper order. And as a team, you will combine and you will determine, what the team thinks the full, path is to doing your laundry or starting your first load.
Aaron, are we going to drop them up here in this white box?
Is that what we're doing?
I think it'd be a good idea. It makes us
So-
examine them as we move them.
So then we would go sideways instead of down.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's go left to right in the white bar. I see you moving them up there. And feel free, talk, amongst yourself and say, hey, I think this is first, or this
We're
step
gonna need
come before this step, determine as a group what the actual path should be. And like I said, if you had, if you got 18, 20, stakeholders, that's probably too large for a group. You could have 3, 4 groups creating their own path, and that. Then it's a race to see who finishes first. No, I'm only. Anybody forget to put the detergent in the washing machine?
Not yet.
What about the fabric softener?
We've got that on here too. It's like we've done this before or something. I mean, done laundry. Start the machine.
Yeah, I was going to say, anybody not start the machine? Actually, I played this a few years ago at a conference that was about collaborative games. The session was on that, and we played several, or we played a few collaborative games, and Post a Path was one of them. And we did laundry, only we did it all the way through and everything. And then at the end, the facilitator told my group that we all just burnt down our house because we all forgot to check the lint trap.
The lint.
Yeah,
filter
I forgot to shut the door. Someone closed the lid and I forgot to do that.
I don't think I closed the lid either.
Your machine won't start then, will it?
So I skipped so many small steps.
That's okay.
Only high level requirements.
How many of you had to bring the laundry to the washing machine?
I got it.
If your bedrooms are upstairs and your washing machine is downstairs, kind of hard to do laundry if all right, somebody opened the washing machine lid.
Okay. Let's start at the beginning. You want to walk through this, Aaron? We got a trendsetter here at the very beginning.
I love it.
Ignore it, the housekeeper will do it. Hire
Okay.
somebody.
Yeah, that's not part of our process here, so I'm going to move that off. Okay, we've got sorting the laundry.
I just want to say that was not me. That color post-it is the colors I had, but that was not me.
You mean this one?
I like the idea though.
Yeah. It wasn't me, but I wish I did it.
Okay, put the load into a basket. I think this one might not be in the right place. Put laundry.
Gotta separate
into a
first.
machine. Okay. Put the load into a basket, take it to the washing machine, open the lid, put the clothes into the washer, select detergent type, measure detergent needed. I never measured it. I'm glad somebody else did. Add detergent to washing machine. Add softener. Okay, I'm not moving that. Set the washing machine cycle temp spin, choose cycle, customize hot, cold, warm, adjust alarm. That's a lot of adjustments. Did
Nobody-
y'all's washing machine make Mario sounds whenever it finishes washing?
Yeah, it makes a sound when it is
Yeah.
done.
My washer doesn't, my dryer does.
Yeah, both of mine do. It sounds like I've got a video game going in the utility room.
So nobody uses Unstoppables? You know, you just use
I use the sheets. You throw the sheets in there with the detergent.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, start washing machine.
for dry.
Select. Needs to be over here. Start washing. Push start. Okay, I think everything else is past starting the washing.
We had only one person said close the lid.
Yeah. Let's see. These need to go over there.
Pick
Oh,
up.
I love the
all
washing
dirty-
machine. Look at that.
Okay, is pick up all dirty clothes mean pick it up off the floor?
I think so.
Clean up after your kids, right?
Yeah, for real. Let's see.
Oh,
Load.
put the clean clothes in the closet. Oh,
Okay, so that's out of scope for starting a load of laundry, but it's an important thing. It should be recorded. Pick up all the dirty clothes goes before sorting the clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even think of that. Okay, I love this exercise because it really demonstrates how different people see things differently, right? Aaron, what do you think?
nobody sniffed your clothes to make sure they were clean?
We'll get there.
Make sure the washing machine's working right.
We are at the end of our time today. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is a great thing to do to get people to feel comfortable with each other and to feel emotionally invested in your project. But it's important that you choose facilitation and collaboration techniques that are effective for the goals that you have for what you need the next step of the project to be. Does anyone have any questions?
No, but that was fun.
Was fun. Come
Yeah,
back next week and invite people. We're going to have recruiters come talk about what the job market is, what we need to do to make ourselves, primary candidates for future jobs. What skills do we need to be learning? So I'm really excited about that. Please invite people. I want there to be a good output for that. Okay. I'm going to start the CBAP study group. I will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.
Yeah. See you.